Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Apologies for the little bit of absence, for the 1 or 2 fortnights of inactivity. That was due to the moving being more stressful than we thought, and we had already thought of it as pretty stressful to begin with. So there's that. That was a kind of an interesting time. It's still not over, far from it actually, but I finally found some time, some peace and quiet and I'm gonna use it to cast the Shadows of War here, with the beginning, the overture, if you will, to the RAGL Season 12 Playoffs. Wait, it's not Season 12. Anyway, so this is gonna be an insane one. First off, we're gonna get one thing out of the way: Despro's track record throughout the entire season. He ended this, to say that he was dominating would be an understatement. He ended the season at 18-0. Not a single map was dropped on his part. He is still completely flawless, going for the flawless victory bonus. And therefore he has to contend with the fourth seed in the season, the regular season. That is Unano. And yeah, Unano actually has managed to get a pretty impressive track record for himself as well. So good stuff there. Very much contention over the middle for now. Unano spreading his forces a little bit thin, but so is despro. Also, ooh, he's gonna get the engineer. No way. Oh, the backstab. Very, very nice backstab. Cutting off reinforcement routes. This has been figured out to a T by pro players. You know, those engineer routes and getting those nice snipes in. This can be yield amazing results, as it did there. So, anyway, a little bit of a breakdown of what happened. Our moving process has been far from without complications. Oh no, riling the rockets into the middle as well. Losing early rockets is so punishing. Despro is playing as Germany, so at least no APC. But if the rockets are being sniffed out, that just spells trouble. If your opponent can just waltz over you with heavy armor because you don't have any rockets in your blob, that is devastating. Oh no! Did he just get another engine? Nope, that was not an engine, that was just a rifle. Alright. Based on the combat value tab there. Both going for a double war factory, that would be something. Double refinery into war factory build, quite the stock standard build here. And as for the light vehicles, we're going to be seeing a Ranger versus a light tank. We're actually going to be seeing a Ranger and a light tank. Wait, there's the light tank? No. Okay, it is just a light tank, the vehicle of choice for despro. Caution has been live streaming that. Also, something I want to highlight. One generous patron of this channel has donated $100 US. I am really, really grateful for this. I've been really stoked, and I'm going to be using this to maybe leverage this into a graphics card upgrade at some point, so I can finally... Ooh, that was a nice win here. So I can finally get some more... Oh, a Ranger here as well. Ouch. So I can finally get some coverage on those more graphically advanced mods, such as Shadow Paradise. Yeah, despro taking this engagement, but not without losses. I feel the over-reliance on rockets a little bit for Unano. Getting the initial snipe on the light tank was pretty good, but after that he did have too many rockets left and not enough rifles, and his Ranger died. It could have worked. It could have worked around the vision range, but used his Ranger to soak up just a little too much. And as a result, despro gets the middle, despite relatively even armies, I would think. Yeah, it just lost way more. That is not even contestable. More light tanks being added here. Despro going for another one. Kind of a wind-up toy build. That's his third light vehicle now, so a sort of delayed expansion. And the engineer from Unano needs to get the hell out of dodge. So it's already a pretty significant early game advantage for despro. Playing it so well and so safe. He's trying to find... he was maybe expecting that Yeah, that Unano would be going for this expansion first, but he is playing it safe. Ooh, double light tank. That's his 4th light vehicle now. That's 3 light tanks that is built plus a... light tanks, hunting light tanks. 3 light tanks plus a ranger. That is quite the commitment indeed. Yep, pushing the... Yep, gets the push and eventually the kill on the engineer just in time. So another nice little victory. Running circles around him with those light vehicles. I mean, it's really hard. It's especially if you're already behind in the army tab. That's the first medium tank coming out for Unano, plus it's got a solid core of rocket infantry, so definitely do not discount it, but it's just more light tanks. My lord, is that a double war? Yep, that is a double war factory build. Holy smokes. How did I miss that? That is light vehicles all the way to the bank. And getting one of the barracks thus far, nothing too crazy just yet, but he's starting to put some pressure on the harvesters. And on the other side, the army from Unano, woefully out of position, sniping the service depot. That is pretty good, but it's probably gonna come at the cost of his army. Medic sacked as per usual. Power as well. Ooh, this is gonna be nasty. But no ore track has been lost yet from Unano. So at the time present, he is still relatively fine. He's in low power. Let's check the basics tab. He was for a little moment there. Okay, this incursion definitely got one harvester, but it's gonna come to an end, come to a close very momentarily. Oh wait, what are the rockets firing on? Okay, light tank getting low. There we go. Oh, that harvester. Oh no, friendly fire killed the harvester. Yikes, and now there's a husk blocking as well. That is unfortunate. Just all-out aggression from Despro. I really love that you cannot predict the builds he's going for. He really has been displaying a plethora of different builds. And this is what I haven't seen just yet. He is so dominant. Transitioning into Radar Dome build now. First Black Hawk is going to be online in a minute. Plus transition into artilleries as well. Just a little bit of screening and protection, you know. Just a little bit of extra screening there. Harvesters are all reasonably low, but they haven't been killed. My goodness. The husk hasn't timed out for what? A minute. Feels like forever. There's the big push, but the problem is there is an artillery stifling the push and turning infantry into ground beef. That is exactly what's happening here. Yeah, this ain't looking too hard for Unano. He's being pushed out by a light vehicle build. I don't think a single medium was purchased from Despro this game. Tier 3 online. And still building light tanks. I dig. I honestly dig what I'm seeing here. Tanya is gonna be in the mix very soon. And that is gonna spell the end of those roaming infantry hordes. Yeah, Unano is just reduced to a shell of a base. He has nothing left here. A little bit of a push. They're quite desperate. I really love this just complete all-out aggression from Despro. Right, finds an arty here. Tanya is still alive. Thanks to the service of 3 helicopters in the air. Oh man. Unano, my friend, you have been outgunned and your eco is completely in the gutter. He has managed to push off Despro's harvesters, but this is a very lacking push. A little lacking in power. On this side, getting the harvester low a little bit, but there's a lot of helicopters in the air. I doubt this is gonna last for much longer. Ore truck, getting low, still alive. And it's gonna regenerate. Yeah, no, this didn't do anything. That's all you've got, quite literally. Wait, there she is. Oh, this push has been successful as well. Artilleries are still uncontested in the backlines. Tanya should be... Yeah, there she is. Hard to spot sometimes with the logo. I mean, the logo is helpful, don't get me wrong. It's just that sometimes she still gets lost in the middle of a blob. Pew, pew, pew goes to Tanya. Oh, she's being healed so much. Oh, medics didn't do their job here. Just healing the backline. But still, GG. Tanya has had enough of an impact. She has made her mark. And also produced a couple skid marks in the pants of the German infantry there. Yeah, that was an awesome display. That's it for game 1. There is more. Right now, despro is 1-0 up. And we're gonna see if his streak is going to continue in game 2. See you in a sec.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Alright, we're in game number 2, and Unano is still sticking to Germany, whereas despro is switching it up, going over to Russia. And speaking of, this looks like a very Russian map. This is subjugated. Let's talk about the map. It always looks like gem mines, but no, just a couple gems scattered around. Because one gem mine in the middle is a recipe for disaster in terms of map making. We've learned that the hard way in, I think, season 6? Something like that. That was not a good time for anyone involved. This time we're gonna see a kennel build out of despro. Yeah, I'm gonna gush over this again, but despro is someone who's not predictable. And that just makes spectating his game so much more enjoyable. Because he just... I remember back then when Lorry Driver was dominant. And back then I got some criticism from people who were like, oh, you're jealous because his style is so effective. But truth of the matter is, ooh, dog is still alive! Damn. But the truth of the matter is, it was not about that. It was just that, to me, those off-meta games are just so much more enjoyable. Personally, I like when players are trying something new, and whether they're failing or not, it's just, you know, people who innovate the meta. And I could also list some examples of people who were innovators without getting necessarily a lot of I guess tournament credit for it or street credit. Like for example, Who Cares? He lost a lot of the games that I casted of him. Oh god, the firing squad! The dog is still alive. Oh, gets down now, but oh, that did a number. Yeah. So Who Cares, for example, probably does have a negative win rate on my channel out of all those games I casted him, but I highly enjoy casting him because he just doesn't care. He just innovates. He finds crazy builds. He finds stuff like mass light vehicle builds, mass harvester builds. And that is something that is inherently enjoyable to me when people innovate the meta, break the meta. And that's why with despro being so dominant, I'm super happy about that because he just innovates in a way. He just finds new solutions to old problems, and last game he did not build a single medium tank. He didn't need to. And it was not like he had an inherent advantage in the early game. It was just that he methodically picked Unano apart and eventually won from there. And that's what makes things really enjoyable to me. Finding different use cases for those tried and tested units. Oh, wait a sec. Did Unano get a snipe there? Maybe possible. But no, there's no veterancy. Oh, sorry, did despro get a snipe there? No, the answer is no, because there's no veterancy on the rifle yet. And he's gotten killed off. That was very good game sense from Unano this time around, just going for a very late engineer, being like, I probably can't keep this guy alive. Ooh, rocket drop. Maybe one more. And there's space for some more rockets. That's now 3. That's enough to, I think, 3 tap a harvester. It's 9 rocket salvos, right? Or is it 12? Maybe 4. Yeah, 4 tap. 4 tap. Still, that's gonna result in a reasonably fast harvester kill. Lots of econ coming out for Unano. Tripled refinery already online. 4th harvester online. A little bit of a scouting run. Blocking the war factory for now, but decides against it. Mass barracks are coming out for despro already. No mass barracks here just yet. Unano is still working on his service depot, I'd assume. No. Here it is. And... oh, rocket drop going in. There is no field defense just yet. Oh, Unano reacting a bit late. Okay, so yeah, it is 4 salvos. Yeah, very good from despro. Just exerting some pressure. Just making the opponent feel uneasy. Loses a little bit of mining time. Gets the Harvester down to kill range in 2 salvos. Nothing too crazy, but still effective. Ooh, is this gonna be real? That's a smart move from Unano. I like what he's doing there. Just feigning some aggression with those 2 rifles. Just being like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to snipe an engineer. But there's a backstab. A little bit of a detachment with 3 rockets. Plus 2 medics. I'm not sure about the medics. I never used them in a base push scenario, or in an actual push scenario into a base, because then they're just gonna uselessly try to out-heal pillboxes. But out on the field, they're much more impactful. Yeah, despro has lined up the firing squads yet again. Ouch! Rockets got singled out almost immediately. There is no way in hell that this is gonna work. And we're gonna see some skirmishes going on. Huh? Oh, it's the other way. Alright. APC still alive, Rocket's still alive, just providing more distractions. There's 5 harvesters here from Unano, and they're all harvesting from the same spot because this is still contested. 6th harvester now online. And this looks like a mass APC build, huh? This is the 2nd APC coming online now. Light tank out for Unano. Gets some moderate value. What about this APC? Has been stalked and hunted, but it's been patched up now. So for now, this is not yet a crazy lead for anybody. Yeah, it's still a 4k lead for despro. Alright. I'm eating my words right now. Oh no! Oh no! The MCV going in completely blind. Good night, sweet prince. Unano not reacting in time. Immediate kill on the... My lord. On the husk as well. This is just brutal. Yeah, this is... In terms of economy, that's technically a net negative trade. Despro still ahead there. From his early game advantage. Oh god. But he pulled the army out of position. There is now a massive push onto the main base. Plus, there is no chance for Unano to recover by getting expansion out. Oh! Is this gonna... Okay, despro being a little wiser there. We're also seeing the inclusion of some flamethrowers, which I do not disagree with at all. Unano kind of losing his forces unnecessarily. Oh! Out comes the airfield. The flame on, my dude. Oh! Killing the airfield is a big deal, by the way. Support powers. Even if it's not Ukraine, even if it's the Russians, support powers are so important. Move command on both sides, what the hell? That was a little bit of a whiff. V2 coming online as well. Heavy tank making short process with the medium, as is customary. Rifle, not enough damage to finish off the medium though. Man, the V2s, oh, some of my favorite units there. 1 harvester went down on the back end of this, but still an okay... No! No, oh my god! He lost way more harvesters than I had suspected. There must have been 2 more. So there must have been 3 dead harvesters instead of 1. So this is a push supported by 2 V2 rocket launchers, and he is not using an attack move, it turns out. Unano has 46 rifles and 6 rockets. That's not a healthy ratio, my friend. One of the V2s gets caught off guard, but the other one should be safe. There is also a base push coming in. Nice underhanded, undertow rocket from despro. Yak coming online. Finding nothing out of the ordinary, just a little infantry push that gets cleaned up in a matter of seconds. Tesla coil over the ridge, so if the harvester ever decides to harvest this particular patch, it's gonna get zapped. But the Yak is the big game changer here. Can just scout the entire map for basically half a... Basically like 10 seconds you're gonna be able to fly over the entire... Get an overpass over the entire landscape here. The entirety of Subjugated. Ha! Sniping out rockets as well. With Yaks it's so much fun because you can outrun the rockets. Oh my goodness! despro never stays on tier 2 too much. He immediately goes into tier 3. He's not taking any prisoners. Pillbox pops up. Ooh. Hefty chunk of damage onto the MCV. because it just undeployed. Man, despro is playing it so smart. Just sending the heavy tanks first. He doesn't need to commit here. He's got the line of sight support from the V2s. Oh, this is brutal. In comes an army of sorts from Unano, but he has basically nothing there. There's a big army here on this side, though. So may be able to get a good flank. Shock troopers are coming out already. So that's the classic 9-minute shockies. One yak going down. But that's worth it. He's got the scouting intel, intercepted the push. Fully charged! Shocking! I've got the best accents. It's the most hilarious accents I've throughout video game history. Even though in Red Alert 2 there's just more... They sound just much more committed. In the Red Alert 1 shock troopers just sound so chill. Like, fully charged! And then you compare that to the let loose the juice from Red Alert 2. That is a little bit of a different tone. MiGs as well. Oh, hell yeah. We're gonna get the entire tech tree. There's the Tesla tanks, there's the MiGs. He is putting everything... What the... Was that just a skeletal animation, or was that just... Did it just look like it? Looked like it for a brief second, at least. Oh, one MiG has got... Ooh, that was a mistake. Yikes, costly mistake. 2k credits down the drain. Those rifles are actually gonna kill the Wilderic. Well, that's something. This army is still somehow in the vicinity. Tesla coil push. Oh my lord, the Tesla creep has commenced. We're hearing some shockies. Wait, where is it? My directional audio is really off. Those headphones are actually of good quality, but they the directional sound is weird. Don't know what the problem is there. Tesla tanks are going to be able to stalk this army to the end of the earth. That's not going to be a fun time for the infantry. Oh, this one died. That's just that one Tesla. That's hilarious. Tesla's pretty much outrange almost anything in the Allied arsenal. Only exceptions are artilleries, obviously, but they can't hit them for shit. And I think that's it, right? Nothing else has as high a range value as the Tesla tank. Oh my goodness. Everything is being zapped. Is there an Iron Curtain? Not yet, as it seems. Oh my goodness, Harvester Massacre on the other side as well. In comes... Oh, the Raider Dome has just been built. Ha! Service Depot dies underneath the tank here. The army has been cleaned up, but the cost is a bit steep. Let's put it that way. Just a little steep here. Tesla tank could kite back and decides against it, but that's okay. That's completely fine. He has exerted so much pressure. Oh, look at this Harvester graveyard. This is where Harvesters go to die. And all that's left to do is... Oh, Iron Curtain is here, okay. All that's left to do at this point is just waiting until we put the Iron Curtain up, the plus of doom. Yeah, GG. And realistically, just go up to 4 war factories. That's how you do it with a Tesla flak ball. Oh, auto-scrolling is back. That was an insane game. The immediate transition into tier 3 yet again. And despro just showing that he can win with any faction and any build. It's highly enjoyable. So, we're gonna see each other in game 3 and see whether Unano can manage to snag away 1 point out of the claws. The dominating claws of despro. Right, see you in a sec.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
And for the last game of the day, we're going to be finding ourselves on Dover version 2. Factions are Unano back as Germany, and despro seems to be randoming a lot, so randomed into France, I'm very sorry. So that's going to be his first loss indeed. Kappa Pride. I like the visual design of this map. You're starting in kind of a gorge, and also the lighting is a little bit different, right? If we go into disable shroud mode, yeah, that's just got a little bit of a spring lighting. Looks cool. just slightly different from the original. It's not too crazy. Very subtle. Alright, yeah, that was live streamed by Caution. So check out the live streams, they're still archived, as far as I'm aware. Oh, immediate pillbox being readied from Unano. He's suspecting some cheese play here, but that's not what's actually happening. We're gonna go back to enabling Shroud. Makes it a bit more tense. I've recently learned in watching some casts, I think it was the Warcraft 3 cast that I watched from Back to Warcraft, where sometimes if they disable the Shroud, it just gives so much intel to the observer that you gotta start making biased decisions, like being biased towards, yeah, why didn't they do that? Why didn't the players do that? Yeah, it's because they didn't have that intel. The observer position is a privileged one indeed. That engineer, yo, does he have like a concealed machine gun or something? Because if he's just got a wrench, then that's a very bad idea. Never take a wrench to a gunfight. That's all I can say about that. He is banking on Despro not defending his oil derrick. That is a curious choice, let's put it that way. The oil drum here. This is actually something so annoying. You have to kill it, but then you give away your position, or you give away... Yo! What's with those random-ass engineers? Those are not good scouting units, my friend. I'm not too certain about that. You're just kind of giving away your position whenever you're sniping those barrels, and you want to snipe them because otherwise your engineer might be caught in a chain reaction and fried accordingly. A deep-fried engineer. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that commitment there. All it takes is one rifle in the right place at the right time. Light tanks are coming out for both players, and Despro this time going for a regular stock standard service depot build. Not building a second light vehicle as well, he's just feeling completely confident in his ability to win with a regular build as well, it appears. Unless it's gonna be a crazy transition into whatever the hell he's concocted today. Maybe mobile gap generator rush. Yeah, down goes the first engineer. And the second engineer, thinking better of it. I don't know what the idea behind that was that put him so far behind the 8-ball. And even if you kill this this rifle infantry, your opponent has a light tank. He can always respawn and just crush the engineer. Doesn't even need to crush it because the engineers have such a low health pool that they even fall prey. They can get killed by light tanks, unlike most other infantry. Stalking for the pack of infantry, trying to find it, but very well tucked away into a corner by Unano. Trying to escape. Pulling off the great escape and the great heist. Oh, okay. He gets the derrick. That's not the worst thing in the world, but there is still an engineer online for Despro. So yeah. Oh, 3-shot. It's got even lower health than I remember. Yeah, that's just the engineer back on recapturing duty. One lonesome medic leading the charge. Medics have higher health than regular infantry, so they can take a pummeling from light tanks without too much of a hassle. There is the MCV, probably going to relocate itself to claim this expansion first, or this expansion first, and then move forward towards the western front, I'd assume. Infantry and tanks are being gathered around the oil derrick of Unano. Unano's got a solid economy, but he doesn't have the... Let's see. There's the MCV. Timing's relatively similar, but there is already a refinery out for Despro, so he's very much ahead in that regard. Despro also going for a wide flank. This is not going to be scouted here, because Unano is just parking one rifle infantry in the first flanking route, but not on the secondary route, so... Ooh! He does have an inkling. Okay. Maybe something died. So many medics here. Despro is really going for a support unit build. It's like 1 mechanic and 1.2k in medics. That's almost 2k invested. That cash can get you an MCV. That is a significant commitment. Unano's army being pulled out of position. Oh, he's doing it so well. He's playing... who used to play the style of Bane? Yeah, Bane has been the master of multi-pronging. And he's pulling off some Bane moves here. Gotta say. Gotta command the man here. Even despite going regular meta build, he's just always got some answers. Some very creative play here. Pillbox is not targeted. Okay, maybe an overcommitment. This army is gonna die without accomplishing too much. Okay. There is definitely now a window for Unano to push back. He got 1 harvester here. Let's check the econ. Unano is down to 6 harvesters though, and one of them is idling. Champions of the Idle Realms here. Still, yeah, once more it's not looking too good for Unano because he just didn't apply any pressure. And I can feel for him, because that's what happened to me throughout all my season games, to be honest. Can very much relate. He's going for a counter push now. Could kill the refinery, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. There is currently no MCV here. Yo, Unano, you gotta do something. Don't put your army on move command. It's on attack move at least. But I would honestly kill the refinery. That would be a free snipe. As it stands, all it did was just delay the mining by 20 seconds. Didn't kill a refinery, didn't kill a harvester. Didn't have the same impact as the push from despro. Despro is up to artilleries, but this base is so far really unprotected. So this is definitely a timing window where Unano can inflict some critical damage. Needs to not run headfirst into artillery fire though. That's the first prerequisite that he's already failed. This is actually a very vulnerable timing for despro because building Blackhawks does not allow you to sustain all your production at once. And as a result, for a brief 1 or 2 minutes, you're gonna have a smaller army than your opponent. But then again, if you just waste it like this, it's not boding too well. He needs to get something. He needs to get some refinery kills, some harvester kills, economic damage. Because at the end of the day, this game is very much capitalist simulator. You need more means of production in your opposition. Good old Charlie Marx has predicted how OpenRA would play out in 2022. If you own the means of production and your opposition doesn't, you're gonna win. It's the capitalist default victory. Just the way the cookie crumbles. Oh! Yikes. That's brutality. Geneva Convention violated. Oh, he needs to commit into the artilleries ASAP. Otherwise, he's gonna get bombed. Helipad doesn't die. Yikes! Helicopter does... Oh, helicopter falls now. But that's a full-on retreat. And there is more and more kills being picked up on that retreat from despro. It is looking a bit brutal yet again. All the forces from Unano converging on to form a desperate last stand against this push, but it's not looking good. We're gonna take a look at the basics, and that is an 8k lead for despro already. Plus, obviously, the tech advantage. Okay, you can get the artilleries, it's something. Only if he target fires. Needs to commit into... He should have committed into the second artillery. Because right now there's still pressure coming from this one little thingy. This one little motor carriage howitzer or whatever the hell those are. It's always been really hard to tell. Oh, a little dispatch yet again. Getting into the econ, into the backlines, while the main push is happening. Oh, this is brutal. Nasty. MCV being deployed in the face of peril. Alright, at least manages to push out the army eventually. But that's gonna result in a lot of, in a high kill count for despro. Counter radar is now out, finally. Oh god, the artillery! It's been living for much longer than it should have. finally, this incursion is cleaned up. 3 harvesters being lost. Just to this little push. That's what I call efficiency there. Yeah, that was just 1 tank, a little bit of infantry. The light tank, I think, was in the mix as well. Radar jammers? Oh! Called it. Called it. And the phase transport. We're seeing everything. Hell yeah. That is gonna be one sneaky Tanya. Putting on her camo. Camo God mode activated. Entire economy lines dismantled here. That's just so brutal. What are you gonna do here? Phase transport revealing itself and cloaking almost immediately. Yeah, look. There is no way in hell you're gonna accomplish anything against this high-tech army anymore. This is a check and mate. Basically, for all intents and purposes. Yeah, phase transport kiting back. Just unleashing Tanya upon the world. Longbow transition now out. This is, by the way, a bit hard to... Oh, this is really hard to micro, because you need to micro to kill the right units with the right counter units. Having both longbows and Blackhawks in the same blob is just not something you want to do. No front lines here, but the radar jammer. Pretty good. Yep, that's gonna be a dead MCV as well. And despro is gonna be claiming the 3-0 in just a hot second. The first pass of the GPS satellite is gonna be coming online in a little bit. despro still microing here. Oh, finally managed to figure out how to target the con yard. Oh no! Oh! The MCV got blocked by the harvester. Another team kill in this game, huh? Yo, the radar jammer is being targeted and it's being patched up by the mechanics. This thing has a really flimsy health pool, so technically it's not that great at tanking, but if there's 2 mechanics behind it, you know, it can sustain some fire. A little bit of it at least. Good hustle. Okay, first good shot from the artillery of... Oh, that was a shot and a half. So, signs of life from Unano, but it's just not gonna be enough to facilitate the victory anymore. The entire map is swarming with Despro's units on all fronts and angles. And he has just not lost any econ, that's the biggest part here. Despro, yeah, Unano operating at peak capacity. And his assets are literally less than half. Chronosphere is out for Despro. Yeah, the outcome of these small skirmishes do not matter, and the outcomes do not matter in the least anymore. Not even a little bit. Because there's a 2/1 economic discrepancy. There's also a Tanya's... Oh, there she is. Oh, that was the advent of a counter Tanya being announced, I guess. GG. The MCV yet again being caught. Oh my lord. What a savage display. 3 games, and we got to see tier 3 a lot from despro. That just gets me pumped for the finals. So this was the first leg of the playoffs. That puts despro at one of the final spots, and Unano is going to be in the run for the bronze match. So congratulations to him as well. That's not a small feat. Really, really enjoyable games to cast, and yet again, I'm going to iterate upon that once again. despro, it's not because of his dominance, but it's because of his playstyle that I really enjoy casting him, because I'm a despro fanboy. He just has a very versatile playstyle. He is not fixed to one meta and one build order. He just makes use of whatever the game throws at him. Just makes use of all the tools in the utility belt that is OpenRA. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm going to be back with leg number 2 of the finals. Clean 3-0 so far, and the other leg is between Blackened and Gaseous. And Gaseous is someone whom I haven't had on the radar for a long time, but he actually got some really impressive wins himself. So, see you in a couple days. By then, my move should probably have finished. Let's see. And the pace is going to be picking up again, so apologies for the interruptions of service. That's just the nature of a move cross-country. 600 kilometers across the country to literally the westernmost point of Austria. From pretty much the easternmost point. Yeah, it's a Austria is shaped in such a weird way that from Vienna to the westernmost point, the distance is just the same as from Vienna to the Ukrainian border. So I'm basically moving the equidistance between Vienna and Ukraine away from my hometown. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. That's been a good run. 5 aces out.
Battle control terminated.